It's hard to be you in the world you can't trust. They speaking vanity, but they ain't saying much. Got a swag, make a bad bitch blush. My power of perfection, so they keep stumbling, they ain't good enough. And plus, I'm stalking revenge. I don't know if it's love or it's lust. You know my bio, I ain't giving up. And if I gotta be corrupt, I can't live it up. But truth is, I need more bucks. I bear arms like a crutch. And if they want beef, we make it cold cuts. I ain't your typical nigga, I'm a professional with red form. About to transform to the celestial. This the home of the truth, and that's where it stays. This world trying to manipulate me in the maze, but I gotta get it on in these last days. I'ma do it my way, I ain't trimming my ways. Hey, I'm coming for the glory. Hey, to shake these devils off. He ain't solid, he falls. How I feel when you're real and you're really just the only one. And I know they gon' cross. That's why they still stay up on this road, on the lonely side. Feel when you're real and you're really just the only one. These niggas covered in another spirit. If it ain't authentic, I ain't trying to hear it. Not a word. He brought Molly, I brought brimstone. I got my feet to the ground like the Flintstones. Ready to snap like a wishbone. You get with it or you get blitzed on. I'm a spectacle to him, they don't know what he on. My retribution gon' be sweeter than a honeycomb. I love my women, they stack dollars for me. Big up the highs, he like a father to me. B got me swinging like Ray Charles. Do not intertwine me with they flaws, boy. I'm flying in projectiles. Mighty man, nigga, that's word to my stepchild. And shout out to Clockin', I miss you, shawty. Pray they lords and them angels go and get you for me. Hey, I'm coming for the glory. Hey, to shake these devils off. He ain't solid, he falls. How I feel when you're real and you're really just the only one. And I know they gon' cross. That's why they still stay up on this road, on the lonely side. Feel when you're real and you're really just the only one.
Consider that New Year's resolutions.
All right, clap it up. This is Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge. Started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yohana. Today is the scripture breakdown class in Killeen, Texas. Y'all got any questions, type them in. Today, until we get some questions, I want to go into how to be aware of what's going on. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we're so consumed in trying to survive and just trying to, make it. It puts us in a docile mindset to where we don't care about what's really going on around us. So we're unaware of the danger around us. We're unaware of everything that's really going on because you're just trying to survive. You're just trying to pay these bills. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to have some food to eat. And anything else is too much stress. That's the oppression that your oppressor has you under. You are so oppressed that you can't look at anything else outside of just survival. And I talk to a lot of people sometimes, and they hear what we say, and it makes sense. Jesus is black. The Jews is black. I'm an Israelite. But it come with more stress. You mean now I gotta stress about something else? Now I gotta look at something else that's gonna make me, oh my God. So what do people do? Just put their head down and do what they always do. Go to work, go home, feed their kids, and do it all over again. Right. And that's their life. But what they don't see is the brewing danger all around them that's surrounding them every day and every night. They don't see it because they don't want to see it. And that is the most dangerous thing that could happen to you. For you to be so afraid and so complacent that you ignore the danger. Not seeing a pit bull running up on you is not going to make him not run up on you. Right. That's not going to save you from the dog. You're going to have to face the dog and let him know you see him. That could probably deter him. But the best way to beat somebody is to not let them think that they about to fight. It's called getting snuck, getting slid.
Right.
Your life have been you have been getting slid from your oppressor. Your oppressor has been walking in the blind spot and punching you and knocking you out, and you keep saying, "Man, I keep falling out." You don't realize that you're getting rocked. You don't realize that somebody is punching you. Why? Because when they say the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy, where are you looking for the devil to come from? Under the ground.
Right.
You don't even know it's a devil walking up on the side of the street.
Right.
You're not even taking into consideration it's a devil on the bus. You're not even taking into consideration that your enemy is right in your face. Because the best thing the devil has done was made you think that there was no devil. So now you're unaware of the danger. Today we want to make you aware. Let me get Jeremiah 6. I think I want to start with that. Jeremiah 6. Let's start at 14. You're so unaware because the people that you listen to that lead you, they lie to you. And lies is a thing that keep people unaware of reality.
Right.
You are so comfortable in your lies that when we talk about reality, it's a shock. You know what I mean? You're so comfortable just living in the American dream that when we say our oppressor is our enemy, you say you don't see it.
Right.
Come on, man. That's back in the day, man. You know, we're not being oppressed. We're not slaves. We're not. It's because somebody's lying to you and making you ignore your reality.
Right.
Read what you got.
Colonel Wakan, sir, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 14. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace.
Let me tell you something. Your preachers give you a temporary fix. They heal your pain slightly for about 2 hours.
Right.
You go in there, you sing. Well, I tell you, you sing your shoes. You go into church, they tell you take off your shoes, get comfortable. What they say, you're welcome, welcome, welcome.
Right.
Clap your hands, stomp your feet, take off your shoes and relax your and take a seat. They say all that in there and they give you a good sermon. The sermon it's a powerful title to the sermon. The sermon is The Holy One of Love.
Right.
Then they go and talk about work. This week at work, my boss said it was all about love. And Jesus. And you go in there, you shake your hand, you say, yes, Lord. And then you walk out of there and you smoke the same blunt that was in the ashtray before you smoked it on the way to church. You put it out, put some cologne on. You let the window down the block up the street so you can get the smoke out the car. Like nobody know you high.
Right.
You go into church, your eyes as low as your navel.
Right.
and you sitting in there like nobody knows you high. You walk right out and get high again. They give you a temporary fix. Because what they have is not real. But you are so unaware of reality that you can't see what's real. So what are you listening for? Read that again.
Colonel Wakan, sir. They have healed also the dirt slightly. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of thy people slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace.
They come and slightly make you feel better when there is no peace.
Right.
We're not going into the time of peace and happiness and what that song they have, love and happiness. Love and happiness is over. There was a time and a place for everything. There was a time, when everything was going on and you could try to assimilate to the government, to the system, and you thought that was a better way.
Right.
It has been 50 years of you trying to assimilate. It don't work.
Right.
Time is up. Now you should be aware that the same problem that your grandfather had, you still have it today.
That's right.
And this is not the time of peace. Your king is coming and bring war on this earth to free you from this hell that you in. But the people that's telling you peace, peace, read it again, there's no.
Saying peace, peace, when there is no peace.
Guess what? The Bible says that's how you're going to be able to find the liar. Because they're going to be in church right now today while they over in the Middle East, while the ships is coming from the Middle East to over here. They like, the Lord is going to fight our battles. He sure is about to fight your battle. He finna fight the battle to get you out of here.
Right.
He finna send that EMP up and send you back to the BC.
Right.
I'm not talking about BC powder. I'm talking about BC. I'm talking about before Christ.
Right.
You're gonna have torches on your street in a few weeks. And you know what's gonna happen when them lights turn on? You're gonna say, what happened?
Right.
What you gonna say? You know what you said this week? What's wrong with AT&T? What's wrong with T-Mobile?
Right.
T-Mobile acting up. My service is down. Your service is about to go down to rise no more.
Right.
Why? Because there is no peace that's coming to this place. Keep going.
Concert, verse 15. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed.
See, this is the thing. This is why the world is going into so much disarray. You are not ashamed of the wickedness that you commit against your father. You don't even care about it. Keep going.
Neither could they blush.
Keep going.
Therefore they shall fall among them that fall.
Therefore they shall what?
Fall among them that fall.
Therefore, you're going to have to fall with them that's going to fall.
Right.
Why? Because you have no shame. It's like, if you look at it from a court standpoint, I let you out of jail. You were guilty. I let you out. You go back on the street and do the same thing. Well, I'm finna lock you up now. You gone. I'm finna hide you. I'm finna hide you forever because you don't have no shame. You don't feel bad. Well, guess what? The Most High sent the best one of us down here. Most High sent Christ.
Right.
In man's flesh. That went through, that seen the same type of ass you saw. He saw it too. That's what you gotta know. It ain't like Christ was just, didn't see. Just was blind to all the ass out here. Christ didn't see it.
Right.
No, Christ saw it. Christ was seeing the same waist, the no waist with the wide hips.
Right.
Christ was like, good job, sis. Kept it moving. Right? You have no excuse.
Right.
For your lust. And you're not ashamed of it. You embrace your lust and your sin and say, this is how he made me. He made me like this. No, you're going to have to fight the thing in you that's wrong. That thing in you that's wrong is a disease. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to kick in like blood cells, like white blood cells to fight. Keep going.
At the time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, said the Lord.
Christ, the Bible says, when the Lord comes and visit us, you're going to be thrown down. You know what? Your military is going to be thrown down. Your government is going to be thrown down. Your pride is going to be thrown down. Keep going.
Verse 16. Thus said the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old path.
This is what you should do. You should go and look for what is right from what your ancestors did. See, so many people try to say the Bible is outdated because it's an old book. It's old. That's old. When the Lord is telling you to seek what?
Seek.
Yeah.
Stand you in the ways and see, and ask for the old path.
Ask for the what?
Ask for the old path.
Keep going.
Where is the good way?
Mm-hmm.
And walk therein.
That's what you should be looking for.
Right.
You want to know where's the strip club. You want to know where's the weed.
Right.
You want to know where's the hoes.
Right.
When you should be seeking out the old path,
Right.
the good way, the things that's righteous, things that's clean. You're looking for the dirt, and you want to know why you're dirty. That's the craziest part to me. You look for dirt, and then you ask, why am I so dirty? Because that's what you put your focus to.
Right.
You are looking for the thing, and that's why you got it. Well, the Lord wants you to look toward righteousness so you can get righteousness.
Right.
Because you're unaware of the danger around you. You don't know how bad it's about to get out here. Because you in the club having fun. We was in the club last night. We just was watching everything. We just sitting in there. We in the world, but we not of it.
Right.
So we just sitting there looking at it. We just talking to each other, and we watching the sisters. Now it's a group of Africans sitting right here on the side of us. Group of Africans. Then there's some more Africans right here. Then there's some more Africans over here, and all around us is our sisters. And they in there, they in there throwing tail around like it's hot like it's a hot potato. They throwing it everywhere in the air, standing on the chairs, standing on the ground. They just, and them Hamites is in there like this. All of them.
Right.
From different angles.
Right.
They in there just, and we just sitting there looking at it. And the sisters are just so, hey, yeah, turn up. And they just so lost.
Right.
They don't see what the hell is going on. And we just looking. And one sister looked over, seen that Hamite with that phone, snatched his phone out of his hand.
Right.
She was like, you ain't there. So she started going through his pictures. She, damn, delete, damn, delete,
Right.
damn, delete. She like, damn, you done took 5 videos of me. This and this and that. And he like, he caught.
Right.
He caught red-handed. He looked stupid.
Right.
She going through, she looking through his phone. She like, see this, he a creep. He this and this and this and that.
Right.
And we sitting there looking like, you got one phone, but you missed 15 other ones.
Yeah.
Right. She don't even have a clue. Then she said to him, well, if you wanna take pictures, you gotta have that money.
Right.
That he might want to. How much is it? How much? She said something to him.
Right.
Okay. You have sold yourself down to dollars. Like your morality and your integrity is built off of, nothing now. You have no value. You have become the scum between people's toes,
Right.
between Hamite feet. Why? Because you lost the old way. You left the old paths. You stopped doing what the Lord said to do, and now you don't have no way to go. So you just follow the wind like a leaf off that's not connected to its tree. That's what you do. Well, what she didn't know is you know why your phone, all these Amber Alerts going off on your phone? Because that's how they kidnap you.
Right.
That's how they steal you, women.
Right.
They get you in the club. They record you. They watch you. They know you at the same club every week. They go send your video to the highest bidder.
Right.
They're like, I want her. And they come back the next week. They send another Hamite in there with video of you, knowing exactly who you are.
Right.
You come in the club and they go, yeah, she here. Now you come out the club, they just go follow you home. Then the next week, they know what club you've been at, know where you sleep at. Then they just have somebody sitting outside your house. Oh, they patient. Oh, they real patient. Then they follow you to work. Another Hamite. The Hamite was in a car I ain't even never seen before. It was like a minivan truck. It was a truck. It It was like the front, the front of the van, the front of it was like a family van,
Right.
but it had a truck bed on it.
Right.
He shipped that straight from Africa.
Right. Real talk.
They made that.
Real talk.
And listen now, she'll never been to see him again because she was so drunk. She was so invested in herself. She wasn't paying attention. And that's why the Lord give you men. The Lord gives you watchmen because we are aware. Nobody else is paying attention to the danger because we know we're at war. You don't.
Right.
You in the club, F my baby daddy.
Right.
F my baby daddy. You yell glow.
Right.
But you ain't paying attention to the Hamites that's finna follow you home. We come out the club, what happened? A truck, about 5 Africans pull up, tinted windows. What they finna do? They finna follow her and see where she going. Finna follow her straight to the house. And, there may be an Amber Alert tomorrow about Lucretia.
Right.
You should seek out the old way. Black and Hispanic, man, we are in a time right now where it's very time sensitive to be serious. It's very time to be. It's like right now, your brotherhood, your sisterhood should be getting tight. Like we just had a feast day, the Feast of Purim. Let's clap it up for that. We did the Feast of Purim in Austin, and it was glorious because it's always beautiful when we all get to come together and talk and chill, be around each other, and let the kids see each other. And they was running around, and it was safe. They was over there shooting over here, and we just like everybody go inside. The men went out there. We was handling it, and other families don't have that. When they families get together, there's nobody there but women. The kids outside, they smoking, they fighting, they stealing, and there's nobody there to bring discipline or order, and that's not the old way.
Right.
The old way is right. But you haven't seen the old way ever in your life. You're unaware. Keep going.
And you shall find rest for your soul.
You gonna find what?
You shall find rest for your soul.
You are so stressed out because you're doing it the new way. And the new way is stressful. See, do you know why they have a handbook at every job? A handbook at the job lets you know this is what works. This is our rules. This works here because we know because it's been tested and tried.
Right.
This new way ain't been tested.
Right.
We see what the new community looks like with just a mother. Black women, you have been the head of the household since what, the 80s?
Right.
For 40 years. You've been the head. Your head, the man been getting kicked out. Been on the streets, been doing drugs since the crack epidemic. Since the factory shut down, they lose their jobs and they go on the streets and just drink wine. They become winos. And the woman step up and she's in the house and she's running the house. And you raise kids that's terrorizing the earth.
Right.
Your children terrorize the earth. Your babies are monsters. That's what you raised. So we see the new way. We see that the way of the woman being the leader in the house have made children to where they thought they were born away.
Right.
They think they're born confused because they don't know what's right. Imagine these babies coming out and going to school and seeing a woman, and the woman is called the man, the woman is the husband, and the woman is the wife. And the child say, I got 2 mamas and 2 daddies. Okay, how?
Right.
How? Imagine that. Your child ain't never seen the age where it was in the closet. Never. They don't know that world. Go ahead.
No, Salaki, sir, they haven't seen a man and a woman. Salaki, they haven't seen a man and a woman be together. Right. Their only point of reference is a woman who look like a man and then another woman. Right. And that's it. Like that's heavy, Cap.
2000, the year 2000, those kids that were born in the year 2000 are 24. right? They haven't seen it like that.
Dang.
The 24-year-olds haven't seen it. That the world is in a disarray because you haven't seen the old way. You don't know how happy your grandmother was with your grandfather. You don't know how you know about these new age grandmas.
Right.
You know, because women are just having children so young and so fast without any guidance. By the time you 30, you a grandmother.
That's all.
You a grandmother, so that means like the child and the mother and the other mother, they all 15 years apart. Go ahead.
Salaki Cap, the young brothers that are out here right now, their grandmothers got an OnlyFans.
Give them.
Dang.
Now imagine that. You got to go to school and they ain't like, I saw your. That's 326. That's hot. That's flaming hot 326. Man, I've been watching her videos for years. Listen now. The average age to have a child is 15. So every 15 years, it's a different grandma. It's 5, 6 generations right now. If you live to be 70, and you that's 4, 5 generations right there. You got the 15-year-old, the 30, 45, 60,
75.
Come on, that's 5 generations right there, just dropping out with no man. Her great grandma in the fifth at the top of the generation, she ain't got no man. She got 5 baby daddies. The great grandma, she got 6 baby daddies. She been single, doing it all her life, and everybody passing the kids down to the grandma. Everybody just switching it up, passing it down to the grandma, and the grandma raising the kids. Now the grandma is raising the grandchild like she should have raised the kids. But she was friends with her kids because she didn't have a man there to stop them from being friends. And she had to keep a leverage over the father so that the child wouldn't want to be with the father. All of this has happened, and you have no peace because you're trying to do something that has never, ever been done because it don't work. It don't work, but you're unaware of it because the world has you consumed in music, entertainment, drugs, lust. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir, if I could. So it's heavy what you're bringing out, Cap, because I don't know when I was talking about this, but I had watched a podcast where the brother was maybe 26 or 28. He was doing a podcast with some young folks that was around like between 20 and 23. And they were calling him old. He said they were like, because you were raised in the old ways, the traditional ways, you're just closed-minded. Because back then, like they had to stay with each other. They were getting beat on, and I was thinking in my mind, I was like, wow, like a whole way of living that went on for centuries, like hundreds of years, has been reduced to she couldn't have a job, she couldn't vote, and he probably was beating on her, and he was cheating on her. And so it's like we're not even going to look into that because, and then, so like if I could, sir, the idea of children with theories, things like you said, so that have not been tested, it's becoming curriculum.
Yeah.
Right? To where like now it's like, this is the way we got to do this. Without having even, like, when we were going up to school, you had to do the scientific method.
Right.
They taught us that when we were in school anyway, where you had to, in order, before an idea could be put out as if it's solid, you had to test the method scientifically to prove that what you were saying was backed up with data.
Right.
Now it's like an opinion has become proven data.
Yeah.
Like you, sir.
Yeah. Your opinion is a fact now. It ain't even data. It's a fact. I feel like this. Your feelings is a fact now. You feel like a woman, you're a woman. And nobody can tell you differently. We have moved away from facts And now we live in the world of feelings. The Lord says, search what?
Stand ye in the old paths and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein.
Ask the old path. Man, where in the hell is the good way? And a lot of you gonna see what the old path say and say that can't be the good way.
Right.
That sister made a post the other day. That brother shared it. That girl said, I can't do this for my husband. It's slavery. What she said?
Right. Me cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, me cooking for my husband is slavery. Yikes. That's what you. So you finna raise your sons up to go and marry her,
Right.
and her daughters. That's what you're doing. Nah, you need to go back and read some novels, some old books. You need to find out about some Shakespeare, and find out how romantic they were, and how they loved each other. Where the love songs at? Where's this generation's love songs? My whatchamacallit pink, my booty hole brown. Is that it? Is that the love song? No. Back in the day, what you talking about, where it was so evil and mean and women was getting beat on, men was crying over the sing. They was singing out. I'm talking about in the rain, on their knees in the rain. You know what I'm saying? You know how many videos you could pull up with a man singing in the rain, crying to a woman, and you talk about how bad it was? Men was loving their women so much, they would get with their partners and harmonize.
Damn.
Come together. Like, listen, I want to make a song with my rib. Hey, brother, I want you to, shoot it what? Shoot it what? We gonna put a dance to it. We gonna do this. We gonna spin, and I'm gonna slide out.
Right.
And the brotherhood was so thick. The brother was like, "Man, we got you. We got you. Out. Standing behind the trash can with fire. It's freezing out. You got a can of fire outside her window.
Right.
And you talking about, baby, I'm sorry. And you talking about that's the bad days. Right. That was it was men didn't love. It was slavery. No, You don't know what you're talking about. You're a slave right now. Right. You're a slave right now. The door. You're a slave right now because you're ignorant to the old way. Right. That's the problem. You're unaware. You're unaware. Go ahead. What you got?
Concert. And you shall find rest for your souls, but they said, we will not walk therein. Guess
what? If you was to do this old way, you would find rest for your soul. You would be better. You would stop being so stressed. But guess what? You say what?
But they said we would not walk therein.
But you say, no, we're not doing that. Right. We're not doing the old way. We're not doing it like that. That's why you get no rest. That's why you're so stressed. And that's why you hate all the men on the earth, because you won't try it the old way. Right. Your grandma didn't meet a man in the club and sleep with him that night. Right. Your granny did.
Right.
Your granny did. One of them grandmas didn't. Back up there. And you look at it like it was so old. Like, that is the way that we have to walk in. Right. Where we at?
Verse 17.
17. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Concept, verse 17. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But
listen to our voice. When we go out and say, that is the trumpet. And we listen to us, man. Why? Because we are trying to fix us. You look at us like we trying to control you. We trying to tell you what to do, and you don't. No, we trying to fix the problem in our community, and the only way we're gonna do that is if you listen. Right. You gotta listen to what we telling you. Go ahead.
But they said we will not hearken.
But they said what?
We will not hearken.
People always say, "Man, I got this problem, and I don't know why I got this problem. I went to the doctor. The doctor said it was this, but I don't know what it is." That's what you do. You say, "Man, I want to know why I got this. Why I can't stop smoking this weed." You say, "Well, it's a demon, first of all, and you got to fight it." We live in a society where you can just press a button. Like my kids get Snickers delivered to the house. Snickers. Do you know that was my time to say, "Can we go to the store?"
Right.
That was my time to get out the house. Get on the bike. I'm knocking on 4 doors.
Right.
Hey, you want to go to the store with me? Yeah, we're going to the store. We popping willies all up the street. Just to go, with the can in the tire. Put rims on the spokes. I had foil on my rims. You know what I'm saying? That was my time to go to the store. These kids, everything is microwave now. You just put it in, press a couple of buttons, and watch it go. Your mama, your grandparents didn't know nothing about a microwave. They had to go and start a fire. They had to work for everything. The reason our relationships and our brotherhood don't work is because we not willing to work toward it, to put the work into it. And when somebody tell you this is the way it's supposed to go, you say, "We will not what?"
They said we will not hearken.
They say, "No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Let's take too much work, too much of my time." Go ahead.
No, Salaki, sir, if I could, what you're saying is heavy, right? So I seen a video. I don't know a brother who posted in the school, but it was a brother who was born in like the 90s. He was talking about, it was funny. He was talking about children born in the 2000s. How he was like, it's crazy. You ain't never climbed a tree. You don't ride bikes. But Cap just brought out how like our parents would put us out the house. Like, get out, stay out the house. You can't come back in, but be in before the lights come on. Mm-hmm. We out there climbing trees, getting caught up in all kind of adventures. And now the children of the parents that whose daddy wasn't there, they letting the kids be in the house in their room on the iPad all day.
Right.
They don't even have the thing in them to say, "Get out, go get out and go play." Mm-hmm. Like we was drinking out the water hoses. Now we worried about microplastics in the water bottles. Like we was drinking all type of stuff.
So we was with less technology. With less technology, we was going outside. Drinking that water hose water, as soon as you take a step, you feel that water in your stomach all day. That water all in your stomach all day. You ain't thinking about microplastic and all that. And things are getting easier, and people are getting weaker.
Damn.
The easier things get, the weaker we get. We lose traits that we had in the past that kept us alive and kept us self-sufficient. Right. You know what I mean? Every chance I get, I try to take my boys outside and show them something. Make them do some hard labor. You know, cutting some wood, picking some weeds up out cut the grass, do this, do that. Why? Because they are going to be young, they're going to be men. And now your daughters are going to have to deal with them trying to Google everything or call somebody to come fix it. They're gonna be calling a plumber. This pipe bust. I got a hole in my wall. I need somebody to come fix it. Instead of just cutting it out and putting the drywall up, knowing how to do it themselves. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have to get back to, the old way. Being able to not have to depend on nobody and do it ourselves. Right. Going outside, and that's why I like barbecuing a lot, because it's like being in the woods and starting a fire. I already know what to do. Dig a hole, put the wood in the hole, and lay my foundation over it and do what I want to do with it. Right. You know what I'm saying? But we have to go back to that mindset, because the world is going back to the old way. Right. I'm telling you out. And when the world falls apart, everybody that's technologically advanced are going to be dumb. They're not gonna know what to do. They're not gonna know how to survive. And the people that everybody overlooked, oh, he just this. He just a carpenter. Like working in that school the other day, like them trades, you're a mechanic, you're a carpenter, you're a plumber, a pipe, a mason, laying down brick and stone, somebody do roofing and all that. All that, you laugh at them right now.
Right.
Oh, he's not a high quality man.
Right.
All right, we was in that school the other day. Oh, electrician.
Right.
Everything in that school we did it. And the younger brothers was like, we should get somebody to come and do it. And I was looking at them and I was getting frustrated because I ain't never heard that before. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it made me think like, damn, they really have probably never done anything like this before. And so once we started doing it, and the brothers was, Yatazaq came down, and he grabbed one of the young men and had him as his assistant. Give me that nut, put this on here, twist this wire up like that, pass it up to me. And then now he knows the language of how to do certain things. Right. He knows about the boxes and what type of wires run through it and all that from just that one experience. Right. That's what we're going back to. But you're going to have to be aware that you don't know it. You're going to have to be aware of the things you don't know before you have to use it. That's what this is about. Go ahead, Doc.
So if I could, I just want to say, the scripture says for us to gather together. So we're going to have to learn from somebody that looks just like us. We're going to have to pull together and humble ourselves to learn from somebody who knows. Everybody has their qualities and their specialties. We have to work together to learn it. We built everybody else's civilization. And the Lord is forcing us. It's time to build our own.
That's right. That's right. Give him a hand. Give me Isaiah 21. Isaiah 21. Start at verse 2.
Come on, sir. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 21 and verse 2. A grievous vision is declared unto me. The treacherous dealer dealeth treacherously, and the spoiler spoileth. Go up, O Elam, besiege, O Media. All the sighing thereof have I made to cease.
Keep going.
Therefore are my loins filled with pain. Mm-hmm. Pains have taken hold upon me, as the pains of a woman that travaileth.
Listen, while these other nations build up and get strong, we at the bottom getting stepped on and in pain. And we watching them in their riches, and we watching them in their glory, and it hurts us. Like a woman what?
Like a woman that travaileth.
Keep going.
I was bowed down at the hearing of it. Mm-hmm. I was dismayed at the seeing of it.
Keep going.
My heart panted. Fearfulness affrighted me. The night of my pleasure hath he turned into fear unto me.
Let me tell you something. That's your life. Your life is full of pain and agony, and it's going to get worse. The things that's coming is about to make things worse. And it's going to be even worse because you're not even looking for it to happen. Now just imagine that. Imagine you struggling. Imagine you hungry. You barely got enough food in the refrigerator to feed yourself. And then a worldwide tragedy happens. The world breaks into war. And now you got to not only worry about eating, but now surviving because people kicking doors now.
Right.
It's an all-out anarchy and people, is going crazy. Keep going.
From the concert. Prepare the table. Watch in the watchtower. Eat, drink. Arise, ye princes, and anoint the shield.
Listen, while everybody is going through their pain and their suffering, you need to get your shield ready.
Right.
You need to anoint your head. You need to be ready for what's coming because putting your head down and ignoring it is not going to stop it from coming. And that's what our people do. I say, you watch the news? Oh, no, I don't watch the news. It's just too stressful. You watch the oh no, I can't, I don't want to see it.
Right.
Just because you don't want to see it, that ain't gonna stop it from happening. And you need to be aware of what's going on in your neighborhood. You only want to be aware of things that have nothing to do with you because it's less stressful.
Right.
But when we start talking about reality and what's really going on, that's stressful because that's something you have to deal with. And we try to push it to the side as long as we can so we won't have to stress about it. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir. This is like the time of the soothsayers. I watched a video. It's a guy who sits there. He's a bald headed guy, and it's like there's thousands of people in his audience, and they just get up and ask him questions. And he say that he's channeling from like the higher dimensions, some character that's speaking what they need to know. And the guy asked him a question. He said, "Well, how do we get people to trust into the media again?" He's holding his hands like this, talking with his eyes closed, the channel. And this is what he said, Cap. He said, we're in a time of splitting multiple parallel realities to where you can see another reality, like how you look through a glass window, but that reality don't necessarily have to affect your reality. You could be the example and change their reality, right? And I'm listening to this and I'm like, this is some excellent soothsaying, right? And I understand why he has the pathway to say it, because we have the internet. Now we can see some brothers in Malaysia build an underground pool with the whole domicile or house underground with dirt. We back in the 90s and 80s, all we knew about was our block. We couldn't see how people in Asia was living, Africa was living.
Right.
They couldn't communicate to us. Right. So they're using the technology to say that we're seeing parallel realities. When it's all one earth but different worlds. And it's always been that.
Yep.
And the thing is that now they're trying to get us to believe, Cap, that we can see multiple realities or multiple worlds when the only world that the Lord wanted us to look at was ours. You know what I'm saying? It's like now there's so many voices and soothsayers because there's so many options on the table. Right. And we feel like because we see options that we have options, but we never had an option.
That's it.
So like you, sir.
That's give him a hand. That's absolutely true. And because of all the options we have on the table, we don't know what to eat. It's a buffet. So now you got a plate and there's so much food in front of you, you don't know what to eat. You don't have if you don't got the guideline, it's pigs on the table, it's crab on the table, lobster on the table, everything on the table, but you don't know what to put on the plate. Right. What we are doing is giving you what to put on the plate. Right. And you say, I will not hear it. Right. But now you want to know why you in so much pain. Why are you hurt so bad? Because you won't listen to the people that understand what you should put on the table. And as priests, we hurt because we love you. Right. And we watching it happen to our people. And so now it's like, man, my brothers, man, he going through this, he going through that, and there's nothing I can do for him. But it's because he won't listen. Keep going.
Verse 6. For thus hath the Lord said unto me, go, set a watchman, let him declare what he seeth.
That's what we're doing. We are the watchmen. Right here in the ISUPK, the Commander General Yohana.
That's right.
Commander General Yohana is the man that is in the head of our school, and he's raising up other watchmen under him. And that's what we are here to do, to show you what's really going on so that you could be aware. Right. Keep going.
Verse 7. And he saw a chariot with a couple of horsemen, a chariot of asses and a chariot of camels. And he hearkened diligently with much heed.
What is he seeing? He's seeing war coming. He's seeing it. Go ahead.
And he cried, a lion, my lord. I stand continually upon the watchtower in the daytime.
What is he telling you about that's coming? He's telling you all the danger he sees. I see men over there with the chair. Oh, I see a lion over here. He's watching and telling you the truth about what you see. Your watchmen, they say, that's a lion, but I ain't gonna say that.
Right.
I ain't gonna worry about that.
Right.
I don't want to frighten nobody. I don't want nobody to not come and go get business and spend money
Right.
because they afraid. So I'm not gonna say nothing.
Right.
That's what they doing. Keep going.
And I am set in my ward whole nights. And behold, here cometh the chariot of men with a couple of horsemen. And he answered and said, Babylon is fallen.
What is he seeing?
Babylon is fallen.
Mm-hmm.
It's fallen. And all the graven images of her gods had he broken unto the ground.
You know what's gonna fix this? You know what's gonna fix us? It's us separating from them
Right.
and their gods and all of the food that they have on the table.
Right.
We're gonna have to now separate and follow our culture and our God and our way of life so that Babylon can fall. That's what we see. We see it all the time. We always talk about the destruction of Babylon. And we always say the way Babylon is going to fall is for her to come out of her.
Right.
Come out. What does he say? Come out of her, my people, that ye may not partake in her sins and ye may not receive her plagues.
Right.
That's what we're doing, man. We're teaching you how to not get the judgment that's coming. You're not going to get it by just believing in Jesus.
Right.
Right.
I know it sounds good, but that's just not reality. There's action that's going to have to come with you, with your belief. That's it. Yeah, we believe in Christ. We believe in him so much, we don't eat pork.
Right.
We don't sleep with our brothers' wives.
Right.
We don't sleep with women from other nations.
Right.
We don't rob, steal, or unalive. We don't commit sexual assault.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't do none of these things because we believe in Christ. That's how you know we believe. You can tell the tree by the fruit it believes. No. You could tell the tree by the fruit it bears.
Right.
By what the tree produces.
Right.
You can't walk around here producing wickedness and evil and saying that you follow Christ.
Right.
It don't work like that. Keep going.
Come on, concept. Oh, my threshing and the corn of my floor, that which I have heard of the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, have I declared unto you.
That what we hear from the Lord is what we say. We're not saying what we want to say. You know, we're not saying what feels good, what sounds good, what's popular. We're just going to say what the Lord say to say.
Right.
That's our job. Give me Ezekiel 3. 17.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3 and verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Do what?
Give them warning from me.
Your job in this room is to warn your brothers and sisters.
Right.
Listen, they don't want to hear it.
Right.
Just know that. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to see you.
Right.
They don't want to talk to you about it. We was out, and normally when we go out, people always come up to us and ask us, what is this about? Or, you know, last night, we got one person.
Right.
One.
Right.
And as soon as she came up to us and started asking us questions, everybody wanted to start come talking to us.
Real talk.
Oh, yeah, I know about y'all. Y'all the Israelites. Yeah. Yeah, you good?
Right.
Trying to get her away from us.
Right.
Why? Because they don't want, the demons in this place don't want this light to spread out.
Right.
They don't want this to become more popular and to where more and more people want this.
Right.
Keep going.
Come with concept. Verse 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
You got to know this. You take that oil and you a priest and prophet of the Lord,
So,
you have a duty to tell them whether they want to hear it or not.
Right.
so,
You got to. because the Lord already said if they do this, they're gonna die. And you could change them. The scripture said if Sodom and Gomorrah would have heard these teachings, they would have changed.
Right.
Christ said if Sodom and Gomorrah would have heard what I was teaching, what was being dropped, they would have changed. But you have had the prophets of the Lord, you've heard the teaching.
Right.
And you've ignored them. He said, how much sore punishment will it be for you?
Right.
It's your job to tell them whether they want to hear it or not.
Right.
Let them know the truth because it could save their life. Even though they may say, I don't want to hear that. That's your belief, this and this and that. When they go to sleep at night, it's going to permeate through their brain.
Right.
It's going to penetrate through their mind. And it's going to make them say, man, and they're going to see it more. They're going to see it on TV. They're going to see it when the Lord is going to do his thing with it.
Right.
But you have to do your part by saying it.
Right.
And laying it flat.
Right.
Lay it flat to them because we don't got long. Keep going.
From the concert. Verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity.
You gonna what?
He shall die in his iniquity.
He's gonna die in his own sin. Go ahead.
But thou hast delivered thy soul.
But it ain't gonna be on your hands. It ain't gonna be your fault. But if you know it and you don't say something, it's your fault.
Right.
They gonna die, but you're gonna be the one in charge for it because you are the one the Lord told to say something. You're the watchman. You're the one that make everyone aware. You stand at the gate and you say, there go a lion. There go a chariot of men. You make us aware of all the danger out there. So when we step from outside the gate, we know what to look for.
Right.
It's a lion out here somewhere, and it's a group of men out here somewhere. But if you don't say nothing and they go out there and they get ate by the lion or they get unalive by those men,
Right.
it's your fault because you could have said something that would have made them stay in the gate. You could have changed their life. And you don't know what the Lord that made these people see at the time that they in right then that may make them change.
Right.
You think, he don't want to hear what I got to say. You don't know. You don't know when somebody is ready to receive the truth.
Right.
And the fact that you're the one that's giving it to them, it could be the Lord giving them one more chance.
Dang.
Go ahead.
Come on, like you remind me constantly. You can't tell nobody how to change if you're not living by it. And you can't be a hypocrite trying to tell somebody something to do. They have to see, you have to give them something to change for by the way that we live.
That's right.
It's a lot.
Damn right. Mm-hmm. Give me Matthew 24. No. Give me 26. Ooh. 26 and oh man, where is it at? Oh, 40. 26 and 40.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 40.
Hold on. Yeah.
Come with concert. And he cometh unto the disciples.
Christ is praying. Because he, it's his time. His time is coming. His time is coming. And he's praying to the Most High. But then he comes to his men, his disciples. Go ahead.
And finding them asleep.
Finding them what?
Finding them asleep.
Go ahead.
And said unto Peter, what? Could ye not watch with me 1 hour?
Listen, y'all can't just stay focused for a little more longer. You're going to get weak at the end, right here at the door. We have to be so serious that we do what we're supposed to do because we just got little time. Christ was saying, damn, I just went up there. Y'all couldn't look out for a little bit?
Right.
Keep going.
I'm going, sir. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation.
Read that again.
Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation.
Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. In this time we in right now, the temptation is so strong.
Right.
The lust in the air is so strong, God. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. I get a lot of calls of people just really trying to fight that thing in them that's pulling the other way.
Right.
And that's a very honorable thing. Listen, call and get counsel, because read it again.
Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation.
That you enter not into temptation. Why?
The spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak.
You really, really, really want to do what's right. You do, I know you do. But your flesh is weak.
Right.
And you are going to have to get your flesh under control, because the closer we get, the thicker the temptation gets.
Right.
The harder the lust, the harder it is to put them cigarettes down.
Right.
The more stress and anxiety and depression that you under, the more you gotta smoke weed.
Right.
The more that you going through everything that you going through, you don't got a rib. You need a rib. Every woman fine. Right. Even that white woman.
Nice.
Even that white woman. That white woman, you get to walking up to her, it's like, hey, she gad. She gad, ain't she? She gad. I know she gad. I'm talking about I do me up. Talking about nose is Pinocchio. Lips is Caesar from Planet of the Apes.
Yo!
And she is just, I'm talking about you looking for her to be an Israelite.
Right.
Like, you know, that she gad?
Right.
She Dan. She Dan. That's Dan right there. That's what that is. It's hard out here. But stay strong, Akim.
Nice.
Sisters, y'all stay strong. That African, he got money, but he ain't your brother.
Damn.
He got that bread.
Yikes.
He got it. But it ain't yours.
Right.
Don't go and get it.
Real talk.
Don't go and get that African money. I'm telling you. Don't do it. Because you right here. You can't just stay awoke for an hour. You know when you driving and you sleepy? That's the hardest. That last, you start getting sleepy right when you 5 minutes from the house.
Right.
Right, I'm talking about you drive 40 hours. When you 5 minutes, where you? Get the window down here. Why? Because that is the hardest part, right at the end.
Get home and stay up another hour.
And then you get to the house, you get a second wind. You up.
Right.
You up watching TV, playing the game, reading.
Right.
Sit on the toilet for 2 hours. Don't do nothing.
Right.
Just sit there
Right.
in your phone. Keep going.
He went away again the second time and prayed, saying, O my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done.
Go ahead.
And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy.
Their eyes were what?
Their eyes were heavy.
Listen, man. Your eyes is heavy right now. Your heart is heavy. The lust is heavy. Your desire is heavy. Keep going.
And he left them and went away again and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Then cometh he to his disciples and said unto them, Sleep on now, and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners.
Listen, man. You're going to sleep right into the destruction.
Good night.
You're going to sleep right on into that moment, and you're going to wake up, and you're going to try to be reactive. You're gonna try to be reactive because you waking up out your sleep, and when you wake up out your sleep, you just doing stuff because you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
You might cut somebody ear off that ear don't need to be cut.
Right.
That's what Peter did. Peter woke up and was just
Right. Right.
Christ is like, nah, don't be tough now.
Right.
This ain't the time to be tough.
Right.
I wanted you to be tough. I wanted you to be tough while I was praying.
Right.
Well, I wanted you to be tough when I needed you to be on watch.
Right.
Our job is to be on watch right now. Don't be where's now is now is the war.
Yeah.
Right.
Nah, I need you to be tough right now at camp.
Right.
I need you to be tough teaching on Tuesday for brotherhood class.
Right.
That's what I need you to be tough. And here, I need you to be proactive and not reactive.
Right.
I don't need you to be trying to make up for lost time. I need you to be in the work right now, working, not waking up. Because when the time comes, what did Christ say? What did Christ say? 45? Yeah.
Sleep on now.
Sleep on now. Just go ahead and finish sleeping. It's here now. You might as well go ahead and sleep out. Don't even wake up.
Damn.
Don't wake up no more. We ain't listen. There's gonna come a time we're not gonna be at camp. We're not gonna be pestering you with this truth that you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna just have to allow you to sleep. You just shut the door of the school. You don't want to come into school? No sweat. Click.
Right.
And you're gonna be, hey, what's that they be saying?
Right.
I'm a lot, astronomical.
Right.
What is it they say? Damn, what they be saying all the time? You're gonna be like, hey, all right, don't even worry about it. Sleep on.
Damn.
Just sleep on. That's what's coming. The time of playing is up. Go to chapter 24 and 42.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 42. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come.
You need to keep your eyes open because we don't know when Christ is going to come. But you know what we do know? He is coming.
Right.
That's what we know. We're aware of that. We may not be aware of when, but we know he's coming.
Right.
Keep going.
But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in the watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think, for at such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh.
It's such an hour that you think not. When you're unaware, he gonna pull up. Right. Give me that scripture that say sleep, sleep. Those that sleep, sleep. It's in the New Testament. It's like back there close to the back. Read the next verse.
Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Verse 45. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season.
Listen, who is this wise servants? That's us. We're the wise servants that the Lord has gave meat in this season. We got the breakdowns, we got the brotherhood, we got the counseling, we got the love, we got everything you need in this season. Right. We got it right here in this place. Keep going.
Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
Find so believing.
Find so doing.
Find so with faith.
Find so doing.
Blessed is him that is found doing when Christ returns.
Right.
You just hold it. I'm going to read it in a few minutes. Keep going.
Verily I say unto you, that ye shall make him ruler over all his goods.
Listen, the Lord said he got a reward for you. He's going to make you a ruler over all his goods. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof.
Right.
The Lord gonna make you a ruler over the earth. Keep going.
But and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming,
Keep going.
and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken.
That's what we doing. That's what's happening to us right now. People thinking Christ ain't coming back, and y'all keep talking about him coming back, and I don't want to hear it. Boot kisses. No, y'all can't. That's evil.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna send some niggas out there.
Good night.
I'm gonna send some niggas out there on y'all to do what? To try to scare us. Go ahead.
If I could, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That entertainment manager, artist manager, has been getting into a lot of conflict with the same person that he was defending in the last week. Now, all of a sudden, he's telling him, you're playing white boy games because it's affecting him with he's getting. He's putting him into conflict. Right. The very oppressor that he was offending, the Lord is showing him who the devil is. Right. I just wanted to say that, sir.
Oh, really?
I've been observing him for the last week, and it's been 3 or 4 incidents where it's saying that this entertainment manager versus, the 100 versus the 22. Right. Salaki.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Give the Lord a hand.
Yes, sir.
The Lord playeth not about the UPK.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man, that's everybody gonna learn from watching him.
Right.
They're gonna learn.
Right.
They're gonna know that damn, all this happened over this.
And
go ahead.
If I could, Captain, because the thing that he's saying is like he's saying you're playing white boy games, but I still love and respect you. Good night. And good night. Like,
he's unaware.
He's fighting to hold on.
He's unaware. Right. He's unaware that he's at war with him.
That's right.
He don't know, but he's gonna find out when he gets stabbed in the back.
Right.
And he's gonna say, "Oh, you stabbed me." Oh,
help me.
Go ahead.
Cap, this was his exact words. He said, "You're playing white boy games, but if I run into this brother in the street, it's gonna be bloodshed. But I love and respect you, and I wouldn't do that to you. Why are you putting me in that position?" That's what he said, Cap.
Bloodshed for who?
Because what's going on is the oppressor is messaging his enemy, right, and saying, "Hey, the entertainment manager is talking about you." Then he brings him into the city and lets him say what he's gonna say, and then lets him leave, and then he see it, and now he's like, "Man, I don't know what you over here doing these interviews. You ain't letting me know about it. Now I'm out here in the street. If I bump into him, you didn't went and told him that I said this about him." And then good night. Yes. The accuser of the brethren is like, yes. "What you mean? You said it. Right. Why are you mad at me for? Right. You telling me it's wrong for me to tell him what you said?" Then the manager says, "Well, you brought him up. I didn't bring him up. Right. Now, if I brought him up, fine. You blameless. But you brought him up, and I just responded." Cap, it's beautiful. Yes,
that is beautiful. That's how you know the Lord do it when it's set up that beautiful.
Yes.
None of us can set that up like that.
Right.
That is perfect, so he can learn from his mistakes.
Right.
Now, hopefully, he can learn from his mistakes and not have to go through the punishment from his mistakes.
Right.
Hopefully, he called Captain Kazariak and apologize, and Captain Kazariak can have a counsel with those two brothers, and they can squash that, and then they can make a podcast and talk about how the white man is the oppressor.
Exactly.
That's what they should do if they wise. But other than that, this is gonna end the way it always ends, and it ain't gonna end with a boot kiss.
Right.
I pray you understand. Keep going.
From concert, verse 50. The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of.
Everybody not gonna be aware. We sitting up, we like this. Right. The day that Christ coming is going to be a day that people are not paying attention to. We watching the news like, okay, now you remember now, you know Ezekiel, it said
Right.
it said this and it said this is going. We trying to map it up and put it together. Everybody else, I talk to people, I be like, yeah, you know about it. Like, nah. What? War? What you talking about? They don't have a clue what's going on in reality.
Right.
They caught up in, I just got this new watch.
Right.
I just went, I just, what did boy say? Bad 50 flow, eating hibachi.
Hibachi,
That's all they want to do. Eat hibachi,
Right.
the bad bitches on 50 flow. That's all they care about.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 51. And he shall cut him asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites.
Stop. The Lord say he gonna cut you asunder. Asunder. That's some old Negro vernacular.
Right.
I'm gonna cut you down. I'm gonna cut you in half.
Right.
I'm gonna cut you down. I'm gonna cut you asunder. And give you your portion, you hypocrite. Keep going.
There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Weeping and what?
Gnashing of teeth.
It's gonna be a bunch of mourning and crying and anguish and pain out there. That's what we don't want you to get.
Right.
That's what we don't want to get. That's what we don't want none of Israel to have.
Right.
We it's our hearts and our desire and prayer that all of Israel is saved.
Right.
That's why we teach.
That's right.
We tell fake Israelites that they need to come and get in the body.
Right.
We tell everybody that they need to come and get in the UPK because we know this works. This is the old way.
That's right.
This since 1969.
That's right.
You since 2021.
Right.
You
Right.
established in 2023.
Right.
You out here trying to teach God's people. You don't, and nothing you've been through have been tested, tried, and went through nothing.
Right.
Y'all still don't even know how to print out flyers.
Good night.
No sweat. Read that scripture for me, huh?
Common concert. I'm gonna start at verse 2, Sir Salaki.
Uh-huh.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye brethren are not in darkness.
But ye who?
But ye brethren.
See, everybody else outside of the truth, outside of those men that he was writing, were in darkness. But he telling the men in the school and the women in the school, y'all are not in darkness. Keep going.
Come, sir. That the day should overtake you as a thief.
See, everybody say, oh, nobody knows. Y'all don't. But us, we're not going to be overtaken like a thief.
Right.
Because we know what to look for. Keep going.
Come, sir. Salakia. Ye are all children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Let us not sleep like everybody else sleep.
Right.
Let us not be unaware. Let us not get caught slipping like everybody else gonna get caught, because we are awake. But go ahead.
Come, sir. For they that sleep, sleep in the night.
But for those that are asleep, they sleep in the night. They are in darkness.
Right.
Go ahead.
Come, sir. And they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
And they are so sleep. They sleep and drunk. They're not aware of anything. You know, being drunk is you not being aware. It's, things are blurry. You can't see clearly.
Right.
That's why it's telling you to be sober, to see clearly. See what's really going on and pay attention to it.
Right.
Let me get one more scripture and I'm done. Give me Psalms 130 and 5.
So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 130.
See if I want to. Yeah.
And verse 5. I wait for the Lord. My soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope.
We have faith and hope on the Most High's word.
That's right.
That's what we wait on.
Right.
We waiting on the Lord. You tell us we stupid and we crazy because we waiting on somebody to come and get us out the sky and all that. You think something wrong with us. We think something wrong with you.
Right.
That you ain't waiting on them. You got more faith in them in the disability check
Right.
than you do in the Lord. Go
Right.
ahead.
No. So like it's our one body. The stimulus check.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You got so much faith in that stimulus check. You got so much faith in everything else, but you ain't got faith in the Lord.
Right.
Come on now. You got faith in reparations. Have you seen reparations? You ain't seen no reparations, but you got faith in it.
Right.
You're hoping in it. You're praying for it.
Right.
But God ain't real. Reparations ain't real. I guess I know one thing. God is realer than reparations.
Damn right.
Sir.
Now, let's argue that. Let's do a debate against it. Let's debate that.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, so lucky, sir. I would even say they waiting on Trump. It's some people waiting on Trump. He done came out with the Trump Force Ones.
The Trump
Good
Force
night.
One.
All gold, Trump Force Ones. Like that's how much he know that we believe in him. He done came out with his own gold Trump Force Ones.
He the savior.
Right. Like no, because you got all people talking about that when Trump was in office, I was getting to the bag.
That's what they say.
And we waiting for Trump to come back. They got more faith in Trump than they do in Yahweh.
So that's cool because they gonna have to depend on Trump.
Right.
So let's see what Trump do against Yahweh.
I
I got my bag on Yahweh.
Damn
real
right.
talk.
I'm standing with him too.
It's like you said, we betting on black, not red.
Real talk. Betting on black. Trump Force Ones is crazy. Keep reading.
Son of Concert, verse 6. My soul waiteth for the Lord more than they watch for the morning.
Listen, our minds is more focused on the Lord than anything else. More than the watchman in the morning. Keep going.
I say, more than they that watch for the morning.
Keep going.
Let Israel hope in the Lord.
Let Israel hope in Trump.
Let Israel hope in the Lord.
Let it hope in the U.S.
Let Israel hope in the Lord.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you need to have your faith and your hope in the Lord.
That's
Keep
right.
going.
For with the Lord there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption.
Guess what? Our oppressors showed us no mercy.
That's right.
And you still got faith in them. David said, I would rather my fate be in the Lord's hand and not man.
Right.
Because your greatest power is your mercy. Your greatest power. And I would rather you judge me than them. Because your brothers have the people on this earth that bleed like you, they have no mercy.
Right.
But because our God is alive, he has had so much mercy on us. And every day that we have to try to get things right and to do better is the Lord's mercy. Every day. And we thank the Lord for it. We thank the Lord for his mercy and him giving us an opportunity to try to just make things right with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're going to have to understand that your time, your mercy, grace runs out.
Right.
Your grace period on that car, that car no due on the 15th. You got a little window. You could call them and let them know, like, hey, look, man, I'm behind.
Right.
And the next month, they ain't gonna be doing no taking no requests.
That's all right.
You gonna come outside and think your car was stolen. They gonna repo your car. Well, guess what? The Lord haven't repoed you in 40 years.
Right.
He been having, and you ain't paid in 40 years. He still ain't repoed you. That's grace. That's mercy. The Lord has been so merciful to you to allow you to ride in a stolen vehicle. The car is stolen because you ain't paid for it. You ain't paid no notes on it. You're behind. You've been behind 40 years.
Right.
And then you coming up in here and you made a half a payment. And he's like, all right, just keep working. Keep paying, you know. You can, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. And then you say, nah, I'm going to stop paying the car note. I'm going to stop doing it. Go ahead,
No, it's like it's heavy, so that you bringing out that analogy, like the repo man. If you Black, Hispanic, or Native American, you know that the repo man, he come as a thief in the night. You know what I'm saying? He come in that that hour where it's
when no man looking.
You don't know.
Yeah.
So like I say, he coming about 3:30. Like you kind of up, but you sleeping like you don't know what's going on. And by the time you fall asleep and wake up, it's a wrap. So like I said,
It's over. Give him a hand.
That's real talk.
The Lord coming like the repo man. Thief in the night.
He was watching.
He got the angels. The angels of the Lord is the Lord repo.
Right. Damn.
They coming to collect
Right.
the debtors,
Right.
the debts. We finished that verse. There's some more on that.
Verse 8. And he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities.
He's going to free us out of this place.
Right.
You just got to be willing to fight and stand up and know that, you know, this is the end. You got to be aware of it. You can't keep thinking that you got more time and this and that. And guess what, man? The Lord will be righteous to not let none of us make it.
Right.
Real talk.
He will be absolutely righteous. And I'm going to still serve him until I die.
Right.
I'm going to serve him like I know I'm going to make it. Why? Because he has so much mercy on me. I'm going to do my part.
Right.
And you should do so as well if you are wise. But if you're not, then hey, I know a couple of clubs you can go turn up in and just forget life.
Right.
Forget about tomorrow. Just go in there and just turn up. Live like they lived in the days of Noah, eating and drinking and married and giving in marriage.
Right.
Until the rain started. And you feel the rain. And then you say it's raining. And you say you're saturated. The floodgates will get open. I got some videos, don't I? I ain't even put my videos out.
Yes, sir.
I say that.
From the time, sir.
I got one more scripture. I want Second Corinthians. I think it's 6. 2 Corinthians 11. Eleven 22.
Come on, sir. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11, and verse 22. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I.
What is Paul saying? I'm the Hebrew of Hebrews.
Right.
Paul is letting you know, like, man, listen, bro. You know, don't try to make it seem like you know, y'all more righteous than me and y'all ain't been, you know, I ain't been through the struggle.
Right.
We grow up in the same neighborhood as you. In the same poverty you grow up in. With the same issues that you got. We ain't come up with no silver spoons.
Right.
We ain't get this information and start and you know and now we better than you.
Right.
We just like you.
I'm right.
Keep going.
From the time, sir. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. Are they ministers of Christ? I speak as a fool. I am more, and labors more abundant, and stripes above measure, and prisons more frequent, and deaths oft.
You hear what he's saying? He's dropping down his hood pedigree.
Right.
He's like, I'm a minister of Christ. I'm a fool for him. Let me tell you how much of a fool for him. In labor, I got more work than you.
Right.
What he said, I got more work than you. I got more stripes than you. What stripes? Getting whooped. Getting beat for Christ. For saying he followed Christ. How many of you got beat for following Christ? Christians? You get beat for Jesus? And you get, who persecuting you for being a Christian?
Right.
You get baptized, the whole family throw a party. With weed and crabs and catfish.
Right.
For Jesus.
Good night.
Keep going.
Of the Jews, 5 times I received 40 stripes, save one.
Of the Jews by the Pharisees and the Sadducees, the upper echelon, the Negroes, the Black Caucus. I done got 40 lashes for them 5 times. I done got caught up and been whipped by them 5 times and got 40 lashes. They didn't save one. They gave me all 40 of them. They ain't say, "Oh, we know you good, man. You just stop teaching that stuff." Nah, they gave me every last lash. Keep going.
Come, sir. Thrice was I beaten with rods.
3 times I was beaten with some staffs.
Tongues.
Beaten with tongues, big old hard wood, solid staff, clucked upside the head, beat 3 times. Keep going.
Once was I stoned.
I was stoned, not high. See, that's the only stoned you know. This the only time you know about getting stoned.
Right.
You just get stoned with weed, and meth. That's why your teeth look like rocks. Go ahead.
It's like you Captain Mark Spirit. Captain Yatazaq made showed a post of a brother. I'm sorry, y'all seen it. Okay.
That post is what I'm talking about.
Okay, Captain Yatazaq made a post where a brother said, the scriptures say it's okay for you to indulge in LGBT community activities as long as you're stoned, as long as you're high.
That's it. All you gotta do is be high. All you gotta do is be high to get beat with rods. See, that's what he would have took. He would have took this scripture. Now let me break it down like a Christian would have broke it down. Read that again. 3 times.
3 times was I beaten with rods.
See, that's why homosexuality is right.
Yikes.
That's what they would have said. Because I could get beat with rods.
Yikes.
Because the Bible said it right here. That's the scripture right there. And then what else?
Once was I stoned.
And then I got high once.
Right.
Paul got high. He went to orgies, got smacked upside the head with rods.
Right. With a Diddy party.
Yeah, at a Diddy party. Paul was at the Diddy party. That's what your pastor teach.
Good, nice.
He teach that right there. And you get mad at us for telling you the truth. Let's get back to the truth now. But somebody believe that's what we teach. Somebody chimed in on class right on there. It was like, I knew it. Got right off. Got right off. Got right in and got right off. Oh, I don't even hear nothing else. We good. Yeah, we good, baby. I heard him.
Damn.
Keep going.
Thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day have I been in the deep.
Shipwreck in the middle of the ocean. Not by the, he was sitting on the board like Jack and old girl from Titanic.
Right.
Paul in the water holding on to a board,
Right.
floating. How many times he said that happened?
3 times. Sir.
3 times. You can't take a flat on dry ground.
Damn.
Hey man, I couldn't make it to I can't make it to class because my tire pressure low. my tire pressure low. Yeah, but I ain't my stickers out. My stickers out, and I can't make it to class. We 4 minutes from your house. Yeah, I know, but I gotta get this handled. Don't sweat out.
Right.
You're not a fool for Christ. You just a fool.
Damn.
That's all. You just playing. Keep going.
Come with concert. And journeyings often.
In what?
And journeyings often.
In journey, often. I'm always traveling.
Right.
I'm always trying to put work in. Keep going.
In perils of waters. In perils of robbers. In perils by my own countrymen. In perils by the heathen. In perils in the city. In perils in the wilderness. In perils in the sea. In perils among false brethren.
What is peril? Perils. Dangers. I was in danger in the water. I was in danger by my own countrymen. I was in danger with the heathen. I was in danger in the city, in the wilderness. I was in danger by false friends.
Right.
I've been in danger in this truth. You think serving the Lord is easy and it's all going to just work out. It's real simple. You come in here, it's going to be dangerous.
Right.
It's going to be, we uncomfortable. It's going to be hard. Keep going.
In weariness and painfulness, in watchings often,
Mm-hmm.
in hunger and thirst, in fastings often,
Mm-hmm.
in cold and nakedness.
And everything. He often hunger and thirst and cold and nakedness. Always going through something for the Lord. That's being in the truth. That's what you need to be aware of.
Right.
You need to be aware that following the Lord is not easy. It's not easy. Go ahead.
Something I just learned. A lot of people say they're in the truth, but they're not in the truth because being in the truth is being under the authority of the priests and prophets.
That's what he's showing you.
It's like
He's showing them that you need to get in line.
that's right.
And I'm in line, and I done been through all this.
Right.
I'm the camp leader,
Right.
and look what I'm going through. So don't act like, oh, because you going through this, oh, I should care. So me too. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Beside those things that are without, that which cometh upon me daily, the cares of all the churches.
And besides my boat sinking, I'm running from the countrymen and the heathen and all this and all that. And besides getting whipped 5 times by the 40 lashes, all this stuff, I still got to worry about y'all. Still have to counsel. Still have to worry about building the schools. That's the work of the Lord.
Right.
The work of the Lord is the most selfless occupation that anyone can have. That's why Commanding General Yohanan and the generals are jewels to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
Every brother that comes in this school and puts down the world, you are a jewel to the Lord. Every sister that comes into this school and decides to serve the Lord in the midst of all of the world and everybody and how they living and the fun that they having, you are a jewel. Every baby that's raised in this truth, that understand that's coming up, learning this culture and not standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and not singing the national anthem in the midst of the whole school. Everybody in the school standing up. This little 5-year-old, or 10-year-old, or 17-year-old is sitting down. You are a jewel.
Right.
You are a precious jewel to the Lord.
That's right.
And you need to be aware of that. You need to be aware of how precious you are to the Lord.
Right.
And the world should be aware of how precious you are. And they shouldn't mess with you. Finish that verse.
Come on, sir.
Stop at 31.
Come on, sir. Who is weak, and am I not weak? Who is offended, and I burn not?
Keep going.
If I must needs glory, I will glory of the things which would select you. If I must needs glory, I will glory of the things which concern my infirmities.
You hear what he said? He said, a lot of people say, oh, y'all talk about works. You talking about works, but you don't get the kingdom from work. Paul said, if I'm a glory in something, I'm a glory in my works.
Right.
I'm a glory in the affliction of my work. I'm a glory in how I stay up every night. That I'm proud of that. I'm a glory in every phone call I answer. I'm a glory in that.
Right.
I'm a glory in my pain because I am partaking in the pain of my King. I am taking part of the suffering of Christ. Keep going.
The God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, which is blessed forevermore, knoweth that I lie not.
That I what?
That I lie not.
You gonna know that we ain't lying. You gonna learn one day, because Christ, Lord willing, gonna come and put crowns on the heads of brothers in this school, and we gonna get taken out of here by brothers and sisters, and we gonna rule the earth, and we gonna rule with our King Christ forevermore, and then we'll be at peace. But you're gonna have to know that you're at war. Right. All right. Any questions? All right. Go ahead.
I said, we read the word media. Is the word media as far as the medes?
Medes, yeah.
So the word media, does that have anything to do with the media like up today and why they call it media?
I don't know.
Okay.
So, like, so I got a question at Esther 8,
Okay.
if I could, sir.
Mm-hmm.
My question is in Esther 8 and 17, sir. And the question is more specifically is this is the institution of the Amalekites, you know what I'm saying, or the Khazar Jews when they became converts. This is Esther 8, verse 8, Esther chapter 8, verse 17. And in every province and in every city, whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, the Jews had a joy and gladness, a feast and a good day. And many of the people of the land became Jews, for the fear of the Jews fell upon them. So my question is, sir, is this when the fake Jews or the Amalekites became converts during this time in Esther?
Go to Esther 3. Read 3 and 8.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 3 and verse 8. And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people. Neither kept they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them.
We were unpopular in this land. We were not popular at all being in this land at all. Everybody hated us because they knew we were different than everybody. So now in Esther 8, once we got the king's favor, now it's okay to want to act like us, to want to be around us, to want to be friends with us, to want to do, because now we are glorious people. Mordecai got praised. Right. Now they know that Esther is a sister. They finding out that the Jews, just like his rib, Haman's rib said, if you're fighting against the Jews, you're gonna lose.
Right.
If you're going against the Jews, when she found out, well, he went back home and told his wife and the friends, they had like a dinner, Haman, and she said, if you're standing against the Jews, where is that at? Go to 6 and 13.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 6 and verse 13. And Haman told Zeresh, his wife, and all his friends everything that had befallen him. Then said his wise men and Zeresh, his wife, unto him, if Mordecai be of the seed of the Jews, before whom thou hast begun to fall, thou shalt not prevail against him.
Well, how did she know that? Why she wasn't telling him that from the beginning when he was talking about messing over Mordecai?
Right.
She knew it all along. Everybody knows that God is with us. Right. But they're afraid of the king. They're afraid of the creature more than the creator. Right. And now, when the Lord showed his grace and his power on us, then it was all cool to want to be down with us. Now everybody want to be down and want to talk to us and be our friend. Now they want to be Jews too. Right. Hey, can I? I'm gonna try not eating pork. I'm gonna trying to be like y'all. Right. But nah, this is not when the Amalekite tried to become a Jew. Nah.
No, I was gonna ask you, would it be like the whole vibe, like I'm black and I'm proud, like we have more courage to stand on what we stand on, more or less, like even like for like the who we would call like coons today, it gave them the courage, like
it's the other nations.
Oh, okay.
It's the other nations, right? Because we stood on business.
Right.
The entire nation stood with Mordecai, and they mourned, they fasted, right. They prayed, they all put sackcloth on, they prayed for 3 days. Then they prayed for Esther.
Right.
Everybody was together. It wasn't nobody saying, Mordecai, this is all your fault. We should string him up.
Right.
If we get rid of him, the problem be done. They didn't say that about Mordecai. They stood with him. They stood with Mordecai. Esther stood with Mordecai.
Right.
It was just not popular for nobody else to look at us with any type of endearment.
Right.
No, I can't want to like them.
Right.
because these people don't listen to the king. But now we get on the king's side, and now they can all say, well, yeah, it's cool. I think I like these fellas.
Right.
That's all that was.
Okay, come through out.
No sweat. All right, that's it. No questions online.
Live, so no questions online. Sir.
All right, with that, pass the class over to Precinct Officer Abun Zion.
This is the ISUPK security announcement. We are the ISUPK, start out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command J. Yonder. The rules for new brothers and sisters. When a brother or a sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew. Ma'asharai. Tenth of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. The Lord gives you. Right? Give to church department or teacher. Priest fund. Funeral offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the Lord's Passover. Which would be the 14th day of the first month. So it'll be Saturday, April the 20th, 2024. You can find in the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verses 1 through 51. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 4 through 5. And the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 8 through 7 through 8 slide. And 2 Chronicles, chapter 30, verse 17. And I'm about to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be on a trip in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirts, headbands, scarf. That includes our kids' care now.
All right, let me say this. The next feast is the Lord's Passover.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's here.
Right.
Y'all make sure y'all get y'all tickets. 17 and up, they $200. It's going to have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. I guarantee you, you will not regret coming to North Carolina. It's going to be an excellent time. We got a lot of events planned. We got the lamb slaughter. We got the black party.
Right.
We got the general's class.
Right.
We got the Passover. We got game nights for the kids, taking them laser tagging and all that kind of stuff with all the feast. And then we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Right.
We got all this stuff going on. We got all these different activities. The brothers in North Carolina did an excellent job last year. Right. It's gonna be a beautiful time we having this year. It's so much. It's the family reunion you never had because your family ain't shit.
Right.
It's just what it is. It's the family reunion, and it's gonna be beautiful. I mean, it's gonna be amazing. And I would make sure that that income tax come. It's coming so you can go to Passover.
Right.
You thought that income tax is coming so you can stun a little bit.
Right.
That's the Lord giving you a no excuse. You got no excuse to get on in there and get the Passover. All right. Damn, I do kind of want to play that video, but I'll just play it for y'all. With that, imagine we're gonna give a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yadin Matah, Saw. Courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yadin Matah, class dismissed.
Yeah.
Let me show that video though.